Hello, adventure groupies. Welcome again to my workshop. I have something in this box that I'd like to share with you. And yes, my supervisor knows I got this as well. You wonder what's in the box? Let's take a look. It's something for Frankie, obviously. Comes with some steel brackets, and it's called Juggernaut USA. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is Juggernaut USA? Well, some of the coaches have a generator underneath it, and the bottom is not well protected. So I got this skid plate that would help protect the bottom of the generator should any rock, debris, or we do a type of boondocking, hit up against the generator itself. So this plate is supposed to mount right underneath the generator, and it is made out of 3/16 steel. It's got some weight to it, and let's take a look and see what it looks like. Comes with mounting hardware, additional mounting brackets, and instructions. Has a QR code, so you can scan the QR code to get the instruction manual. And there you go. Here is the plate that we'll be putting on Frankie underneath the generator. The plate is designed so that you can get easy access to the drain port for oil changes on your generator. But you can see these side panels will keep the generator protected from either I back into a parking spot where I hit up against a parking barrier underneath, or rocks. It will deflect off this plate, as well as deflection on the other side. So let's see what this looks like on Frankie. I purchased a skid plate from Juggernaut USA. I got this plate so that I could protect the bottom and lower sides of my generator should we be traveling in various terrain, and did not need to worry about debris damaging the bottom of the unit. The price of $500 may seem a little high for this item, but compared to the price of replacing a damaged unit with a new one, this was a greater insurance for me to use this plate. When I received my plate, I noticed that it would not fit my generator. The generator I had on my van had no L bracket on the side. It was flush on the side. I reached out to Juggernaut, and they sent me a quantity of 4 L brackets to be used on my generator sides, which would support the skid plate properly. The great thing was they did not charge me for these brackets. They also sent me additional hardware, which I did not use. I wanted to use stainless steel hardware to mount these brackets. I got the stainless steel hardware at my local Ace hardware store. Alright, we are going to be installing the shield underneath the generator, and I'm giving myself a little bit more clearance by using the ramps to lift up the back end about 4 inches.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, go forward just a tad. Just roll it. Okay. Perfect. Good job, Supervisor. Thank you. How hot is it out here? How hot is it? 94 degrees. That's how hot it is. Crazy. That's nice. And where's Freya? She inside. She don't like the hot.
These brackets have a short side and a long side, and I'm going to go with the long side because we have these standoff bolts, and I want to be able to have this thing low enough so that when I put the plate on there, it clears all this. So they gave me longer bolts. This is what came off, and this is what he sent me. And it fits the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse the washer. It's a 14 millimeter. So their bolt is too long because it bottoms out. So let me try the short bolt to see if that'll work. If not, I'll have to go to the store and get a bolt. I'd like to have a little bit more meat. So I'm gonna go to the store and get me a different size bolt. A little longer. Meanwhile, I'll just hold this up here so it holds in place. Stay tuned. I figured since I had to replace the carriage bolts underneath Frankie on the generator, I went with the Allen head stainless steel bolt. Flat washer is also stainless steel, and the lock washer is stainless steel. The bolt size is a 38-16, and it's an 1.25 inches long, and the price at Ace was $3.99. The washer was 37 cents, and the lock washer was 45 cents. I had to get 4 of these, so each bolt assembly, we'll call it, was running me roughly almost $5 to do this, but it's in stainless steel, and this way it will not corrode. All right, we established that the bolts that were sent were a little too long. So I went to Ace and got one 1/4 inch shorter, but I'm also using a Allen head screw connection, and also I'm going to put a lock washer on there. So lock washer with the long tab down. I'm going to have that bracket as low as possible so when the plate goes on there, it will clear these bolts. So let's go ahead and get that tightened down. That's one bracket. I'll do the second bracket here, finish it, and then go on the other side and put the bolt in there. I'll be back. As you can see on the opposite side, I've got the brackets on there. So now we'll go ahead and put the plate back here. And it's low enough to clear the bottom of the generator. I'm using a jack to support the skid plate below, and then I'm going to raise the skid plate up to where the tabs are and then put on the brackets. The skid plate has an arrow on the front showing direction of how you should mount this skid plate. on it. I'm sandwiching this metal bracket on the first tab of this ear, and I can't get it a bolt through the second ear, which is no problem. The instructions say just to put a bolt through the bottom of the plate to the bracket and then bolt down. I've got plenty of clearance down here. Underneath here, I'll show it later as well, the hole right here is where I'm going to be draining the oils from the generator, so it's not obstructed. If you look down the tube, you can see that the clearance for the plate is far enough away from the axle tube, so I don't have a problem with rubbing. I'll be right back after tightening everything down. So this is the finished package of this plate, bolted down. I like it that it protects that battery cable or connection cable right there from any debris. So that's the other side. That's what it looks like across the bottom. That's the back of the coach with the plate on it. So level, and it's now protected. So now Frankie has armor plate.